But we're in Queensland. They could throw them out. I don't even think you guys hit them well. What?
The reason why I'm in a poly relationship is because I don't give a fuck if my girlfriend goes and fucks another guy, because I know she's coming back to me at the end of the night. Because we love each other. Because I'm a cool fucking person. I know that.
You sure about that?
It's me.
No.
What are you dressing for right now?
Dressing for your mom.
Hi, what's your name?
Time.
Can you get me late?
Yeah.
When?
Today.
With?
Your mom.
I don't want that. Hey, who's my mom?
Me.
Who would have ever thought that Destiny would lie about the man who took his wife? I am sure his fans think everything that Destiny says is the truth. But I reached out to Memetix to hear his side of the story, which differs vastly from Destiny's, especially about the parts mentioned in self-deletion. But before we get to what Memetix had to say, let's catch up with the latest of Melanie and Destiny.
As much as I think she's made some deplorable decisions over the past few months, I just don't think it's very fair for me to I'm gonna do the Mel Manifesto and just completely shit on her and dump everything on blah, blah, blah.
12 seconds later.
Do you think that she isn't gonna leak or talk shit? Melina will not leak or talk shit about any of this because she knows that everything about this makes her look like a fucking satanic demon. She knows that.
You sure about
She's
that?
threatened it a million times. Like, I'm gonna start leaking everything. Oh, yeah, let's go.
If you don't know, it looks like the poster couple from the Open Marriage Relationship Tour has come to an abrupt end. According to Destiny, he filed divorce papers already with the courts. I did do my due diligence. I checked. I did not see them yet.
I think it was on the 13th. I'm like, okay, this. Run to the attorney and I say, divorce papers, print them up. Yeah, I tell Mel, these need to be signed by Monday, end of day, or shit is gonna get catastrophic. We're done. Sign the shit, get me the f here. Papers are signed, notarized, all that shit. Court accepted everything.
Melina started off with some guy who was engaged, and then Max took her from that guy, and then Destiny took her from Max, and now Memetix has, I guess, the next guy up for Melina. But sometimes how you got them is how you lose them. But the interesting part about this whole ordeal, right, is Max literally would sit in the other room while Destiny was with Melina. I cannot make this stuff up.
Got him. You know, guys, I'm gonna sleep on the couch with you. It's gonna be great. Actually, today I'm a real cuck, you know?
I hate it here. I hate Sweden. It's such a horrible place. And then when we would fight, she'd be like, I can't believe you pulled me away from my dream place of New Zealand. And she's like, well, that's not true. I married you so that we could be together in the United States. I was like, Melina, you were engaged to a guy in New Zealand 2 weeks after you went down there, okay? Everybody thinks that I cucked her out of Max or whatever. Melina was engaged to another guy. And then she also was dating Max. There's a whole other guy that was involved there. I don't know if he ever gets brought up, by the way, but whatever, run with your assumptions.
Their breakup was made publicly by Destiny. Spoke to Memetix. He did. Him and Melina wanted to kind of keep it private, but
I personally don't want to talk about anything about my private life public, and I'm a bit disappointed that someone has been kind of making things public. It makes me pretty upset. So it would be really nice to not talk about anything super private to my life.
But once Destiny blasted it, everyone naturally picked it up because this guy has been going on the My Relationship is Better tour, and we've been together longer than most people. He said that they were going to stay together forever and have babies.
Hey, don't we have the longest relationship at this table so far?
You do, but
Sure.
but do you guys have a high degree of confidence that your marriage will last for decades?
I mean, I married her without a prenup, so I hope so. Okay, or else this motherfucker's gonna be.
I'm curious what the chat thinks.
I know, it's such a heartbreaking story. Only everyone predicted what would end. Now, I know he's been blue pill raging pretty much on every stream that mentions Melina. It's funny how he went from I love her, I'm not gonna blast her, and within 24 hours, he straight start blasting her.
I hate Melina, which I do, by the way. That bitch. She has everything that's coming to her.
Blue pill rage is caused when a blue pillar abruptly loses their marriage. It was nothing he could do about it. And I know it hurts. I've seen other guys go through it. Some people hurt this person who did it. They hurt the others involved. But I don't think that's going to happen. The only thing that has been happening is Destiny went from I love her, I'm not going to bash her, to pretty much bashing her and bashing Memetix.
Obviously, she's getting a ton of negative comments in all of her social medias, which sucks. The other guy is too. I don't care about him. He can kill himself. But
he continues to say how red pillars were wrong. Well, we did predict that it wasn't going to last. Now you can argue and cope and say, well, she's not going for my money. Well, you did kind of become red pill overnight with the insisting that she signs a post-nup and expediting some divorce that I still have yet to see.
Like, will you pay me back right now? Because I fronted her $100,000 for a lot of the Swedish tax shit. I was like, will you pay me back this money? Because I don't know now if we break up. Will you pay me retroactively your half of the back rent on this apartment? Because now it feels weird that like you haven't ever blah, blah, blah. And then will you sign a post-nuptial agreement to just in case if we do divorce in the future, if we try again or blah, 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 like to protect my shit or whatever. And on every single one of these, Mel was like, yeah, sure, I'll do that. Yeah, it's fine. Like she didn't fight, she didn't argue, she didn't like always like, I don't think she's the kind of person to ever be like a gold digger.
Which begs the question, if you trusted her, what's the need for a post-nup considering you are anti-prenup? Ironically, he gave some speech about how, you know, even if she did go for the money, she wouldn't get anything, though there are no joint assets, and he would throw the infidelity on her. I don't even know how infidelity works in an open marriage. Good luck explaining that to the judge, but in my experience, since Florida is a no-fault divorce state, infidelity will have no impact on the division of community assets that you acquired while married.
Is your money safe? Yeah, my shit is fine. Paperwork's already filed with the court. Even if it wasn't, even if she wanted to fight for it, which I can't imagine she would. I live in Florida. It's a low cost, or not low cost. It's a short-term marriage, less than 10 years, and Florida's laws are already disfavorable towards short-term marriages. Plus, you hit him with the infidelity thing. Plus, she didn't make any sacrifices to her career. We don't have any joint assets. We don't have any kids. Like the likelihood of like, even if she wanted to fight and like splurge like $50K for a lawyer, there's just not much there. I already called and consulted with 3 different lawyers prior to doing anything to make sure that like, do you think that like blah, blah, blah? And she's like, no, she's still been working. She's earned more money over and over again, but like there's no shot, yeah.
But Destiny says she's paid him back all the money, which could be good for her, considering he did pay off her tax debt. Maybe it's for the better, considering she's now asking for $100K, which is, I believe, similar to the amount she paid the taxes for moving experience. But it is jarring to see a man go from loving his wife so much to his current stance.
Okay, whatever, bitch.
The person who got the brunt end of Destiny's blue pill rage is Memetix, aka Mr. Steal Your Wife. Now, he's a Swedish TikToker influencer who was gracious enough to answer some tough questions on an impromptu interview via the DMs through TikTok. I must admit, I reached out to him because I suspected Destiny in his blue pill rage moments was not being the most honest when talking about Tim and Melina, but I wanted to hear his side of the story. And on the surface, Destiny definitely has more money than Memetix. There's no question about that, but Tim is arguably cooler. Just watching the video of him and Melina interacting, I did not get the sense that he was some sort of toxic, abusive guy. Hence, his screen personality was not aligning with what Destiny was posting about him. Now, before we get to what Tim had to say in his interview, he did roast the likes of XQC and Sneeko for the dress video in which, you know, XQC tried to get at him. Now,
Can you get me laid?
Yeah.
When?
Today.
With?
Your mom.
I don't want that. Wait, who's my mom?
Me.
Chat.
Hi, what's your...
Is that the guy she's dating? That is weird. That is weird.
I might be a little weird, but we all are sometimes.
That is weird. I mean, I didn't think it was possible, chat. Actual downgrade demotion. That's it. That's it.
My favorite part about XQC's reaction is how in the beginning he looks like everything's perfect, not a problem in the world. But by the end of watching my video, we just sucked the life out of him. We drained XQC, guys. Drain gang responsible for ruining XQC's day.
this does give a glimpse into his personality, which is easy to see through text, as, you know, he did make a couple of jokes. We talked about other things, not just Destiny and Melina for, you know, the entire time. But fun fact, Tim is indeed a juicer. And before people get bent out of shape about me showing his DMs, he told me I could make them public. And regarding him wearing the dress on screen, he said it was good for subs, you know, and according to him, there are two types of men in this world, guys. That's right, write it down. One who admits they tried on women clothing, and two, guys who lie about it. Now look, I disagree with him respectfully, but we did talk about other things like the Melina situation. You know, turns out he has known her since last summer. He does not remember the time that they became a little bit more than friends, maybe about 2 months and 2 weeks ago, as Destiny pointed out. He even has talked with Destiny plenty of times, and at one point, maybe I guess they were friends, kind of similar to Max and Destiny at one point. So history would repeat itself, but we need to get Max on stream to get his story. As far as the self-deletion riz, you know, Tim threatening to delete himself, that was listed in Destiny's original post, he said that was a complete lie. He would never do that. Which questions, right? As Tim would say, if he was to abuse her, you know, and that's not something that, you know, most women want to make public. Why would Destiny make that public? Because maybe he doesn't care about Melina getting more hate her way. But question if Destiny is just trying to save face. Tim and Melina did not want to make the situation public. That was all on Destiny. He went on to say, you know, that he has lost family from self-deletion, and he does not play with that. Furthermore, Mel has her issues with self-deletion, which I did see in that Reddit post. Tim spoke more about Destiny making all sorts of allegations with no proof, which Destiny said, hey, if people make allegations, you should ask for proof.
At every point, I'm like, well, do you have a log for this? Well, can you show me this? Do you have any proof for this? Because I've got a bunch of stuff that says the opposite.
Ironically, he's made several allegations, not only about Memetix, but also Melina, with no proof. I guess we were supposed to take him at his word. Now, I did ask Tim why Melina chose him, and I'll show you his response at the end, but that blue pill rage that Destiny's experience made him even wish death upon Memetix. And not only that, he tripled down on it, which Destiny just unapologetically doesn't care about Memetix. Now, that may be the only way he can get back Melina if he chooses to. When it comes to money, I spoke with Tim. You know, he was accused of being jobless, leeching off of Melina, living at her place. And he did say he makes his own money from being an influencer. He's been one for, as he listed, 5 years. I mean, his TikTok following alone is enough to generate some sponsors and brand deals. But you know, he may not be as popular as Destiny is on YouTube, but from the video, it doesn't look like he can walk the streets of Sweden without getting noticed by some of his fans. Tim has said he's been getting harassed from Destiny's fans. He's used to getting harassed by, you know, 12-year-olds from Swedish, but now he's getting harassed by what he said 20-year-old incels.
And deals, maybe, but the problem is he was famous like a year or two ago, and 10-year-olds don't have the most disposable income, so.
I wonder, will Destiny tell his fans not to attack Tim or Melina? You know, kind of the same way people were calling out Aiden Ross for not telling his fans not to attack Destiny or dox him. You know, time will tell. So now let's get to the juicy stuff. The Melina and Tim being toxic. If you did not know, when Destiny was live, he was getting cooked by Memetix in the chat. Here's everything he said. You know, he said he had the cock slayer Riz. To the point where, you know, this post was at one point upvoted and deleted on his subreddit. I believe it's back there to stay, but one difference Tim pointed out between him and Destiny is that Tim is 100% straight, and maybe Melina wanted something new. I mean, I added that part in. I'll get to what I asked him about it regards to Melina. Why do you think Melina chose you over Destiny? And he flat out said it's not his place to speak on their relationship. Maybe at some point she'll say why she chose the guy she chose in the end. Or maybe I can get Memetix to come on the channel and further give an explanation on what's going on. But who do you believe? You know, I bet the truth is somewhere in the middle. But Tim, you know, has a new fan. I mean, he also talked about the whole 20 times of abuse, and he was like, 20 is just a random number. Why not 19? Why not 21? That really got under Tim's skin. But if Tim was so abusive and so toxic, why would Melina continue to be around him? For the life of me, I don't know. Maybe Stockholm Syndrome or something like that. Somebody that creates something to cope. But do you think Destiny is lying? It's not every day a multi-millionaire loses his wife to a guy with less money. Let me know what you think of Tim and who is telling the truth in the comment section. See you in the next video. Peace.
Are you swearing off all relationships? Yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't know if I'm dating again. We'll see.